Yeah, it's been about a year and a half now. I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I had no idea that I had it. They found multiple sclerosis because it was so bad that I had white matter all over my brain and all over my spine in huge amounts. There's many levels to multiple sclerosis. There's more advanced forms, midway forms, and very basic forms. And mine's very advanced. And I had no idea. And the kicker was, they told me once they figured out things that I've had it for 15 plus years and went undiagnosed and nobody knew about it. So I only found out because my body was literally shutting down and my reality was bending. I couldn't walk, I couldn't move, and then I could walk, and then I could move, and then I would have really bad pain, and then something else would come up and go back to some of the other symptoms, and it would go in a circle or straight or backwards. There's something amazing to me about being a hero and doing the things a hero does and why they do them. And that was always important to me as a kid. You know, it wasn't just the explosions and the cool guns and the lightsabers and the fast cars and things like that. It was like, what makes this hero do what he does? What makes him fight in the craziest situations where he knows maybe he may die, not win, lose everything? Why does he do what he does? What drives him? A hero can be defined in different ways, I would say. It could be someone that does good deeds, that serves people, serves the public. It could be someone that has been through crazy circumstances and it's changed their personality to make them go above and beyond and do things to help people. It can also be someone that's average Joe, that just is tired of bad things happening in their neighborhoods, in their places, and they want to do something about it, very much like Spider-Man. You know, that's why he's known as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It just wasn't a fun adventure. It was like there was morals, there were standards, there was code that was very important. You know, before this all came out, I was at work and I actually had a discussion with a coworker and I wasn't feeling good. And I told him, you know, I'm not feeling good. And I said something to the effect of like, I think there's something much more going on with my body that I've never felt before. And I knew something wasn't exactly right. Before I went to the urgent care and found out what led me to get the information to find out what was going on, I told my wife that when we leave the house, we are going to find out something today that's not going to be good. And I could feel it. So I went into the emergency room, and in one test, they found multiple sclerosis because it was so bad that I had white matter all over my brain and all over my spine in huge amounts. What can you really do at that point? You know, you could try to fight it, and I did it first. And, you know, reality came and smacked me down every single time and said, this is where you need to be, and you need to work in different things and in different areas with your life. And that's just what it's going to be. And when you're faced with decisions like that, you can get depressed, hopeless, down, angry at the world, angry at whoever. You know, you could be mad at God. You know, people do that. But I chose not to do those things. You have to rise to the challenge. And are you going to rise to the challenge? Do you have something in you to battle what is going to be around the corner? Because you're going to get hit with a lot of things. This is my warrior's journey that I have to go on. And I'm here because there is something in my life leading me down another direction. Whether if I want it or not, now I have something that has taken me off the tracks. And now I have to face it. And I stood up to the challenge and said, let's do it. Let's check this out and let's go for it. You know, I was working myself to death anyway. So if I continued on this path, it would have killed me. So I guess you could say it saved my life in so many ways. And I am very grateful. I don't look at it as so much of a curse. I look at it as a blessing because now I get to live. I don't get to die. if I continued on that path, like I said earlier, it would have killed me. So I get to live. I get to spend time talking to people about life and how important it really is. I think that was one of the best gifts you can get out of something like this, is you can tell people how important life really is. Because when your life changes, or it can be shortened, or your mobility can change, or your thinking, or anything like that, big drastic changes like that, you have to adapt, and you have to find something to fight for each day. There's no real way to approach pain, because pain is, well, it hurts. And if it hurts you really bad, you could be limited to do very few things. But for me personally, what I've learned is the pain pushes me. The pain pushes me to work harder, move better, and not to lay down and die. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I took that with me. And when the pain happens, I says, hey, look, like Conan the Barbarian, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So what am I going to do today that is going to help me? What am I going to do today that is going to help someone else, encourage someone else, move life at a better pace? I'm going to be in pain for the remainder of my life, no matter how long or short that is. And so I have to make the best out of it. So I get up, I take those great movie figures, great comic book characters, I take the strength and I wear it, and I go out into the world, and I'm ready to take on whatever I need to. The thing about the shirts, the hats, XMen Watch, it helps me to embody the good spirits, the good morals in my everyday life. And it's a constant reminder. If you ever have a down day and you go look in the mirror, or you just look down, what do you see? In this case, it would be Fantastic Four, right? And it would remind me of who I should always be. I should be a person of good moral standing. I should be a person of good character, truth, justice, the American way, loyalty, honesty. Those things are important. And if you keep those things around you to remind you, you're less than likely to forget them.